Pants.
It's just we're so good. We're so good. Just,
dude, that was not planned. Regardless if you guys
everyone.
want to believe that or not, that was not planned. So
now let me say this, okay? I understand we're 20 seconds into the video and you don't already know everything about these pants because people get so upset and it's just so funny. They're like, less talking, more pants, you know, and they're like, faster, get to it faster. And I'm like, this is like a long form podcast conversation.
get a drink, hang out with us.
Way better.
Feel like you're hanging out. Maybe you can envision yourself behind the camera. You're our videographer. And we're just talking about pants, and
Just
we're
relax.
all just hanging out.
Just relax, bro.
Yeah.
Have you noticed how casual I am right now? I'm leaning against the wall. Like, and by the way, I'm going to also throw out one other thing before we actually get into talking about pants, which is I know there's going to be some internet warriors who are going to, I don't even know what's on this wall behind us. I know it's graffiti.
Hatred.
And I know that someone is going to be looking for the subliminal messages that we're trying to send with where we're standing on the graffiti. We're not that smart, guys. We're not,
Yeah.
we're not that guy, okay? You know why we're here? Tell me why we're here.
Because we drove to the desert till we found something, and then we started shooting.
No, because it's shady right here.
Oh, I thought you meant this location.
No,
Yes.
because it's fucking shady.
This spot, we're here because those guys are standing in the sun while we...
A brief moment of shade before we're fucked with no shade for the rest of the day. So look, here's the deal, everyone. Okay, we're gonna get to it in like 30 seconds, just real quick, okay? These pants from RailRiders, which we're gonna talk about, we got from a company called US Elite Gear. We are an affiliate thing of theirs, so we'll have our code linked below. If you use that, it supports us because we actually make a couple bucks, which would be great. It would be really great, actually. And then if you need real estate help, if you're new to the channel, that's what the 1911 Syndicate's sort of business behind the business is. Business behind the content is actually buying, selling real estate, helping you do that, guy. And you can go to our website
gal.
and check that out. Gal, we've got female clients. So anyway, that's that. So here's the deal. The pants series continues. This is a company called RailRiders, which I don't think you'd ever heard of, right? And I had not heard of this. Really, I only heard of them because with the US Elite Gear affiliation
Searching.
now. Yeah, I went through their entire freaking site and looked at every single product to go, well, what am I into and what am I not into? And I thought, like, we're moving into hot months. These are hot weather pants, so they're super lightweight, yada, yada, yada. They're not combat pants. We'll get into that. But I thought, RailRiders, never heard of it. I'm intrigued. They look pretty decent. So let's try them out. Now, so RailRiders been around since the early 90s, going from what I remember. I didn't write this down, but I'm pretty sure I went to their site and kind of like, who are we? What's our deal? I think they actually came from like the sailing boating community. I think it was one of those, like, if I remember right.
Yachting.
Yeah, but like, no, those like endurance race things where the dudes are like 24 hours and they're cranking shit and they're putting up sails and they're hanging off the side to bounce up that shit, you know?
Panerai sponsors them, Breitling.
Exactly. That kind of thing, right? The endurance, like competitive boating stuff. And the pants were taking on water too much. So like the dude was like, I'm gonna make some pants that are gonna be better for hot weather and taking on moisture and drying out, yada, yada. I think that was the birth of these, if I remember right. So it's kind of a cool backstory. But yeah, they've been around since the 90s. I had no clue. From everything I can tell, and there's not much mentioned of this, but a couple of the logos indicate it. So this has to be an offshoot of LOA.
Really?
Love of Adventure. For those who are like, what's LOA? L-O-A, Love of Adventure. They make high-end boots and shit like that, kind of competitors to like Salomon's and
Isn't there a W
like
in LOA?
Oh, you know what?
What does the W stand for?
Hang on.
Oh, Love of Wilderness Adventure. Boom.
We might be talking about, we may or may not be talking about totally different companies here. I actually don't know. I don't know. But this says LOA.
And this is where people get so mad when they're like,
So mad.
do your fucking research.
Do your research.
And it's like, bro, watch a different video.
I don't know. I wrote down LOA, Love of Adventure, so I don't know. They're connected somehow. We're going to move off that point now.
Sorry, RailRiders.
So these are not combat pants. They're not meant to. They're not meant for the range. You could, of course, wear them at the range. I probably would not wear them in combat, but hey, you could definitely wear them in the range, hiking outdoors. They're more of general outdoor pants versus like gun pants.
Which I would, little sidebar on the sidebar. I think people would be surprised. Watch out for that guy. Would be surprised that some special operations dudes, depending on the unit, will literally wear jeans.
And that's the coolest thing I've
and
ever
go
seen in my
kick
entire
indoors.
life.
There is there's a special, he was in Delta operator. Everyone knows who this guy is. One of his last missions, he was wearing a leather gun belt,
Fantastic.
jeans, and a flannel like you with a plate carrier on. just schwacking dudes.
Hilarious.
So like, if people are like, these aren't combat pants, relax. There are other brands similar to this that dudes do deploy with and hike around Afghanistan with. So I can see it.
Yeah,
I can see it.
Teach their own, whatever you like. So material-wise, so we got lightweight, ripstop, nylon. They're 14 ounces, so they're light. Okay, so these things are under a pound. They're lightweight pants, okay? Cool. And I'm going to point in a couple areas I think they actually could have trimmed some weight that would have been beneficial to the pants. So they're extremely thin except for the areas that they deem need to be reinforced. So if you look around, you go, hey, areas like the knee, right, where you're more likely to be squatting down, the back of the cuffs, around the pockets where you would have a knife.
Yeah.
So basically the areas that need to be reinforced are reinforced. Everything else is like ultra lightweight, very, very thin. Don't worry, everyone. He's not going to leave that can.
Yeah, we picked that up. I'm just setting it down.
He's not going to leave the can. He'll be fired if he leaves that can.
I would never.
Be fired or leave the can?
Both.
I'll fire you. I'll fire your ass. Everyone relax. Okay. Everyone relax. Everyone calm down. Everyone calm down. So they're reinforced in the areas that they need to be reinforced. They're very thin everywhere else. So 14 ounces, it's pretty damn lightweight pants. Mobility, comfort-wise, they're a pretty loose fit. So they're not like, I mean, they are, if I was wearing these around town, I would feel a little goofy. I would feel like I should be on the trail. I feel like on the trail, right? Hiking around, right? I got my camelback on, sucking water, right? I got the dog.
They're making the swishy sound.
Yeah, right? And they're good in that. I feel like around town, it's like, did you get off the trail just now?
What, are you going to REI?
Yeah. Now, says an asshole who wears Cry Precision pants into a Trader Joe's. So it's like
perfectly acceptable.
I get the contrast of what I'm saying here. Don't get me wrong, everyone. It's not my favorite fit, though. It's like a daily thing. It's just a little bit too loose. But outside, hot weather, fantastic.
Nice.
Right? So it's like it's a little bit of a, kind of trade-off there. The waist does have some elasticity to it, right? So over in here, you will notice actually quite a fair bit.
Yeah.
So, and that's of course
2
on
inches.
both sides. And that's really basically that section right there on both sides. So, hey, you cut a little bit of weight, you gain a little bit of weight, these pants are gonna move with your waist. And that's a good thing because we all have kind of our summer body and our winter bodies. Okay, you lose a little bit of mobility on some of this is like I would consider a con. You lose a little bit of mobility because this whole pocket is reinforced, right? The problem you get is like, hey, when you're moving around, like if you're leaning out and stuff, this is not really gonna go with you very much. Now again, these weren't designed to shoot in, even though you can shoot in them, but like,
you wind up, had to squat to chop wood or start a fire.
Yeah, like there's not a lot of flexibility in like the seat around the knees, like kind of like outer thigh there. Like you do lose a little bit of mobility. So I'd say in the mobility chart, I would say, hey, it's kind of mid-range. It's not going to be
5, 6.
Yeah, I'd say, hey, look, it's not going to be the move with your body the most, like the UF Pro, the ULTs, like, I mean, those things, just wherever you go, those pants are gonna allow you to go there. There's times when I get a little bit bottlenecked in these where I'm like, I could use a little bit more mobility there. That's just my 2 cents. Pocket configuration, nothing fancy, because again, they're not combat pants, but you got a deep ass hand pocket. So, I mean, literally, my hand goes damn near basically to the top of my quads.
Stop touching yourself.
Right?
It's weird.
So that right there, that little flicker, see that little flicker?
Yeah, I did that earlier and you made a lot of fun of me, so.
Well, I'm just trying to show you the depth of the pockets, right? So you could put whatever you want in there. So they are very deep hand pockets. You do have these cargo pockets. They are, I think it's a little bit overkill because you got Velcro and then you got buttons, okay? So this is the kind of areas where, hey, if we're gonna make lightweight pants, I think let's make lightweight pants. So here's what I see as the, I don't really know.
Oh, they got little pockets in there.
Yeah, like there's some little, really
knife
just that one.
Yeah.
So there's like a little pen, flashlight, something, maybe knife pocket. But hey, I would say, hey, look, pick buttons or Velcro. That would just be my 2 cents. And then my other 2 cents would be this flap. You should have made this way more minimalist. The pocket itself overall has a lot of weight that I think could have been cut. So the flap is a little bit bulky, which again, if we're making 14 ounce, if we're highlighting 14 ounces, and then you have a secondary pocket, right? So basically behind the cargo pocket, you've got another little pocket here that would be great for like a cell phone, maybe. Yeah, you can fit a mag, yeah. So you can fit a mag there if you just need a place to hang that. Phone would work great, anything that's roughly that size. So relatively straightforward. You do have like a little 2-pocket system there, and then you do have also a zipper here on the vertical. So it seems to be kind of a trend in some of the pants we've seen
The
today.
vertical, yeah, dual accessibility.
Yeah, that way if you're sitting in a vehicle like this and you need to get inside the pocket, cool. Mitt?
Or camping in a camping chair.
Yeah, and then out comes whatever valuables you had in there. So cool pocket design. I just think it's too heavy. I just think they should have changed the weight.
Could have shaved some weight there.
Around a little bit on that.
I'd compare these, my 2 cents while you're looking at that.
Yes.
511 makes the Apex pants.
Yeah.
They're some of my favorite pants. I found them dog training because mobility in them is huge. But they're like that, but they're a little stretchy. So
yeah.
if you guys are familiar with those pants, I'd say these are very similar.
Okay, cool. I'm not, so I don't have anything to contribute to that. Only on the right side, okay? I'm just gonna kind of casual lean against. Only on the right side, you have a little secret zipper pocket here that, hey, would be good for, I mean,
Getting to your nuts again.
keys, but I mean, I'm still trying to reach the bottom of it. Just to give you a sense, I got a deep pocket there. That's like a little hidden pocket. You keep, I don't care what you want to keep. Really, that's between you and God. You keep whatever you want. You keep whatever you want in there. You know, some of this. If you guys think we have scripts for these videos, sometimes you're like, oh man, when did you guys write that one? We're like, we don't write.
And then there's guys that are like, clearly this is not planned out.
Clearly. You do have rear pockets. Another area.
And the buttocks.
Same critique, right? So the flap, again, an area where I think we could have cut some weight. I think this is just too bulky. So, hey, look, just have it be an open pocket would be my 2 cents. If we're gonna make lightweight, let's go lightweight, man. Let's commit to that process.
Cut off the buttons, cut off the flaps.
Yeah, so we got the buttons and we got like this double flap thing and then the Velcro. It's like, hey, take half of those features of that pocket and get rid of the other half. That would just be my 2 cents. Price, 110 bucks. I think it's a fair price. Because I mean, again, we're talking about $300 combat pants all day. You know, you go 110 bucks, frankly, sounds like a treat compared to $400 on some of these other things. Not that they're not worth it, it's just, it's a lot of money on a pair of pants.
I mean, you can buy 4 of those or 1 of the combat pants.
Right, so 110 bucks, I do think it's a fair price. I have no issue with the price. The color on these, just kind of for those who are gonna ask, hey, I'm interested, what's the color? The color is Loden, which is a nice name, Loden. L-O-D-E-N, Loden, right? So, that's about it. It's gonna be a relatively short video. I think they're cool. I've probably got less use out of these than a similar pair from Cool that we got as part of this pant series as well.
Cool, K-U-H-L.
Yeah, I'd say similar concept. I've gotten more use out of those, especially as like a day-to-day walking around town pant. But hey, look, they're certainly not bad. My critiques are relatively minor, which is I would just trim some weight in a couple different areas. Just, take them from 14 down to probably 11 ounces if you did some of that kind of stuff. And then you're talking like, that's a light, that's a lightweight pair of pants. So that's that. Overall, pretty decent. Couple little dings, nothing too major. Yeah, cool.
They're cool pants. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, for being out here in the desert hiking around, cool.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. That's it. I don't know what video this is in the series, but I think we've got like 6 total videos. So whatever number this is, 6 is the number we're going to. So you have that many left. 6 minus this number, that's how many you got left to look forward to.
And there will be combat pants.
Oh, yeah. There already have been, but yeah.
I know, in case,
You're tracking. All right. See you, everyone.
Yep. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.